So hello everyone. Seeing as how it's coronavirus time and we're all not getting outside, getting enough exercise, thought it would be nice to show you some of our favorite kind of keto recipes here. So this is another one. We're going to do basically like a chicken curry, but instead of rice, we're going to be using rice cauliflower. I'll show you how to do that. And to get it started off, I'm going to do the chicken first. So I have chicken cut up into cubes here. And what I normally do is I'll basically put the chicken in a bowl with some olive oil, and I'll season it with some, salt, pepper, a little, maybe some curry powder, a little chili powder, get it spicy, and then I'll grill it, put it on the grill, take it off, and then slice it up, and then I'll introduce it into this dish later. Since it's raining outside, we're gonna do it this way. So basically I have the chicken, and this is an almond flour, again, to keep with the keto, with some curry powder, this spicy Indian chili powder, but again, if you don't have that, no big deal. Any kind of Thai seasoning or curry powder is good. And then what I wanna do is get some oil hot in the pan here, bread it, get it going, and then set it aside, all right? Again, olive oil is not the best to cook with all the time because it has a relatively low kind of smoke point, but that's kind of the way we roll. But I have olive oil, and I'm going to also add some sesame oil to give it a nice flavoring. Probably like avocado oil, something like that would have been better because I'm going to actually kind of fry this chicken. So that'll take a minute to get hot. So again, Elaine asked if I needed an egg. So when you're making something that's like fried, you do the chicken, the egg wash, and then the flour. And that gets like a really thick kind of breading. This is just like a light dusting, right? So we're not looking to really get like a thick coating on it. It'll just give it enough. And what this will do is actually keep it from drying out. So if I were to just put the chicken in the pan, as you've probably seen cooking it yourself, water comes out of it and then it shrinks down, and then you get a lot of water in the pan, and it's just not good. The chicken gets like almost like steamed from all the water, and it's not really getting a nice crispiness on the outside and maintaining its moisture on the inside. So that's what this whole flour bit's going to do for us. Okay, you can start. You can just maybe just do a batch of these. Roll it around a little bit in there, throw it in. So yeah, the trick to the heat is you want to get it as hot as you can get it without your oil burning. So going for kind of like a medium-high heat. Our burner gets like super hot, so we try to, if you put our burner on hot, it would get completely torched. And you just want enough oil so that it's sitting in the oil. So I'll try to get half of these in here, and then do them in 2 rounds. See, that's another good point. So, if you get the heat too high, right, they'll start to brown really quick, but they won't be kind of done on the inside. So you just want to get them so that they're nice and brown, on the bottom, and then kind of flip them over. All right, so there we go. Those guys are good. Just set them aside, and I will finish up the next step. All right, so the next phase is the rice cauliflower. So basically rice cauliflower you can get it at most any store, and this takes the place of our rice. So it's basically cauliflower, it's low carb. So what you want to do is put it in a bowl, drizzle some olive oil on it. Come on, Come on, this little topper is not flowing very well today. And I'm going to put a little sesame oil in there. If you don't have sesame oil, it's fine. Just gives a little flavor. You can throw a little garlic salt in it if you like. A little salt, pepper, and I'm gonna scoop this out. Mix it up obviously here. That light coating of the olive oil, and then onto the pan. And then this part you have to use your hands for. You're basically just going to kind of smooth this out on the cookie sheet. Really just the thinnest kind of layer you can get. And this is the kind of thing that, you know, probably 20 minutes at 375 is good, but you just got to keep an eye on it. Once it gets brown in the top, it's done. You just really want to get it brown. Next, we're going to get the main event going here. So I got some cilantro here. I'm going to use that later. Ginger, I'm going to use that soon. But the first thing is, this is about one kind of smaller kind of onion here. I like it kind of cut like that in this sort of dish, not really diced up finely. We're going to get this onion brown. I should say just clarified a bit. The next thing I'm going to do is chicken broth and then curry paste. So this is like a Thai curry paste that you can get from the Asian market. Whatever kind you can get is fine. This is just what I have. The chicken broth, the curry paste, and then the coconut milk. I'm also going to add lemongrass and that ginger and that cilantro there. So I'm going to shake this up. So basically, you know, I don't measure this out, but you're looking for about a cup. A little more, a little less. Chicken broth. Squeeze out about 3 tablespoons of this curry paste. It's kind of a real wonky packaging, but that's how they do it. This is a green curry paste. If you have red curry or yellow curry, whatever you have is fine. Okay, a little more. All right. Now I'm gonna get that kind of mixed in and introduced. The temperature is just down to a simmer. You don't want to burn it. I'm going to add some lemongrass, maybe a teaspoon or so of that, depending on how much you like. There's a little more. Ginger. I think I need a little bit more of this chicken broth. So coconut milk is like a mixed bag, depending on what you get, right? They're all different thicknesses. If you have the dish pleasure, as I do, of having Trader Joe's coconut milk, you'll see that the top of it is hard as a rock, and you're like, what the hell is this? It's like I don't even know what to do with that. I've never seen that on any other coconut milk but Trader Joe's. But you have to kind of like, you know, do this and mix it up, which is kind of weird, but that's what you got to do. I mean, I might even have to put that into like a bowl and just, you know, whisk it to get it back to its normal consistency. So I think that's what I'm going to do actually with this. So try to get this Trader Joe's coconut milk integrated by mashing it up with a fork. And so I'm just going to introduce this coconut milk. I'm just going to put the whole thing in because, yeah, and you can see it's got these chunks. So again, do not get the Trader Joe's coconut milk if you can avoid it. So again, I'm kind of just the little chunks in the coconut milk will dissolve out with heat. So if you have some small chunks, it's not a problem. There you go. And this chili is a little on the spicy side, right? I seem to recall. So if you like it a little spicy, you can add some chili at this point. I think I probably won't. Frozen vegetables simply because that's what I have. It's like a stir-fry mix. Ideally, I would have some fresh broccoli, some snow peas, maybe some water chestnuts. And when you have the fresh vegetables, the thing is, you want to basically just steam them lightly for just a few minutes, 3-4 minutes. Take them off the heat and then put them in, because the simmer is not hot enough to cook the vegetables, right? So you want to steam them up a little bit first, or stir fry them first, get them hot, you know, like you would do a stir fry, then put them aside and put them back in. But I think the easiest thing to do is just steam them for a little bit. The last step, we're going to add these veggies in here. They're obviously frozen, so they are pre-cooked, so it's just a matter of getting them hot. And then I can also add the chicken back in. And as you can see, this will not suck. Just integrating this and just letting it get up to a nice little simmer, and then it's done. Last touch though, at the end, to add the cilantro and some lime. And that's all she wrote. So this is basically done. Just gonna leave it simmer. The vegetables get hot. Make sure the chicken's hot. And let's check on the cauliflower. So this actually took about 25 minutes. You can see that's what you want. It's nice and browned. And then all we're going to do is plate it up. Yeah, so didn't really mention how much it serves or any of that. Should have made that clear at the beginning, but you can see this is obviously a pretty big plate of food. That'll feed 4 people easily. We will eat that for at least 2 meals. The cauliflower though, by the way, you can see this was the 1 bag. So it does cook down a bit. The moisture comes out of it. So really that 1 bag, if that's about the serving you would want, that's what you get. 2 servings out of that bag. Let's see how it is. Take a little bite here, a little chicken, a little veg, a little sauce. I think that's a winner. Again, fresh vegetables are better. If you get the fresh vegetables, that's the way to do it. But the sauce is really good. It's nice and spicy. I love adding the lemongrass and the ginger. It's just the way I like it. And it will pair perfectly with this Pinot Gris from Navarro in Mendocino County. Cheers.